Blessed love, can you hear me? Oh wow. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, no problem. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? It's better now? All right. Okay, it's better. I'm trying to turn it on. All right, give thanks and praises. Haile Selassie the first, greetings and love, respect and devotion, international family. Oh, what a joy to see once and once gathered from different corners of the earth for the same purpose, which is to share this precious fruit, this precious cherry that we have been brought near to. And this precious cherry is the liberty of Rastafari, this juicy fruit that we are able to taste every day and every night throughout our life. So I would like to give thanks to the organizers of this beautiful event for inviting Ayman once again, and I would like to express my strength and appreciation for all the work that the Rastafari community in Cape Verde is doing in order to make the identity of Rastafari in the nation always stronger and stronger, so that the voice of the righteous one can be heard, and so that this culture of upfulness and of enlightenment can be always more spread around on that corner of planet Earth. So I give thanks for those that have been speaking and reasoning before I, with with such interesting topics, and I love to see different energies and different approaches to the topic of Rastafari as a cure to the nation, from Africa to the world. So have been hearing a lot of history, have been hearing a lot um, of historiography as well, anthropology, of a lot of interesting aspects of Ionai Levity. So it is good to focus a little bit also on the biblical aspect of Rastafari as a cure unto the nation. First thing, is great to ask each other, what is exactly the cure? What is a cure? Since it is a word that we find in the title of the topic. Well, cure is the absence. Cure is what put a remedy to a sickness, and what is sickness is the absence of health. So the absence of health is what make ourselves sick. And what is health at this point? We would ask. Health is being in tune with our primordial life essence. Health is something that majority of human beings is born with. Health is not something that you will gain, but it's something that you are born with and you need to preserve throughout your life. Health is something that we experience when we are connected and not separated from our original well-being. Yes, that's why we talk of preserving health, because during our life we can do, we can take on behaviors that will harm our health. So our health will be compromised by not eating properly, drinking bad, and doing things that are not right. So we talk about preserving our health. Why I'm talking about this? Because health is also what allows the human being to express his spiritual life. If our health is compromised, it's very difficult for us to express to the best our physical life, a spiritual life, because spiritual and physical, they have to go hand in hand. And so we have a physical health and a spiritual health. Well, our physical health is the perfect condition in order for us to express our spiritual health. So they really go together. What is sickness? What is disease? We could describe disease as an obscuration, a darkening of our health. So if disease is an obscuration, that means that health is something luminous. So we could describe health as our inner light. Health is a light. Health is a luminous capacity of living in a well-being and not having to go, to the doctor all the time, not having to take medicine all the time. And our health, it makes us shining, because health is when we allow our inner light to shine. So this preface, this introduction, is to say that the word cure is very much connected with the word light. And we find in the Bible the expression light unto the nations. And we see that light unto the nation is referred to the Messiah, but as well is referred to Israel. So there is this double definition. Light unto the nation is the Messiah, but it as well is the people. Is the people of Israel, is the nation of Israel. This is also very relevant to our topic, because when we say Rastafari, a cure unto the nation, we mean Rastafari as the people, as Rastafari movement, but also Rastafari as Haile Selassie. So both these elements are very important. Haile Selassie is a light unto the nation and is a cure unto the nation, but also Rastafari movement is a cure unto the nation. And let's go for a few seconds to the source. Let's go to the Bible, because the word light, we find it in the book of Isaiah a lot, also in other places in the Bible. But the book of Isaiah, which is a prophet that lived in the 8th century BC, so that was 700 years before Christ, Isaiah speaks a lot about the light unto the nations. So the chapter 42 verse 6 tells us, I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness, and have taken hold of your hand, and submitted you as the people's covenant, as a light unto the nations. Isaiah 49 verse 6 say, He said, it is too light a thing for you to be my servant, to establish the tribes of Jacob and to restore the scions of Israel. and I shall submit you as a light unto the nations, to be my salvation until the end of the earth. This was Isaiah 49. But Isaiah 60, verse 3, tells us, and unto your light nations shall walk, and kings unto the brightness of your rising. Yeah? So clearly there is here an element of importance when it comes to this light. What is exactly so luminous? What is exactly so shining about these people that God have gathered and have brought out of Egypt and then called at Mount Sinai? What is all about? How can these people manifest a light unto the nations? What is exactly the meaning of this being a light unto the nations? Are they better? Are they special? Are they different? Do they have magic powers? What is that about? What is the Bible speaking of? Being a light unto the nations, it means to be the ones that will remind mankind of their divine personality, of their soul, of the divine spark that lives in each and every one. So the job of the people that is gathered from the desert is to bring unto the nations this notion that every man has a divine core, a divine essence in him or in her. And this divine essence is our luminous soul. So, to bring forth this message unto the nation is automatically a cure. So if we want to be cured, if we want to heal from our darkness, we need to find a way to let our light manifest. And this is something that is relevant to everybody. Everybody beyond any faith, any religion, any philosophy, or any geographical background. Any human being that wants to heal himself from difficulties, from pain, from problems, from afflictions, needs to take on a path unto a revelation of his inner light. So this light is really our presence, our divine spark within I and I. So somehow Isaiah tells us very, very clearly that the job of those that will take the covenant of the Almighty will be to be the reminder of this light unto the nations, and to be consequently light unto all those people that they are looking for clarity in their lives. Once again, it's not because there is anything special, it's not first class or second class, it's not people of a first place, of a second place. That is not the matter here. The matter here is how much we are connected with our inner divine core. Yeah? There is a piece of the Almighty in each and every one. There is the presence of God in each one of I and I. And we, as human beings, we have the responsibility of choosing if to take care of that divine presence or to neglect that divine presence. We have the responsibility, and also we have the free choice, to cultivate that divine kinship, is what His Imperial Majesty called the kinship between human beings and God Himself. So it's like really a, a, a relation, a familiar relationship. We are part of the family of the Almighty, and the Almighty is our family. We are children of the Almighty, and every child has, the genetic and has the properties and the qualities of his parents. So we can choose if to keep up this covenant or if to let it go. The Almighty give us the possibility. So what shall we do? Shall we keep this light on, bright, shining, or shall we let it fade off? Because every light needs either oil, if you have a lamp, you need to put the oil in the lamp because the oil will run off. If it's the light that is coming from a fire, well, you need to put some more wood in the fire. So in any case, if you want to keep on this light, we need to do something. We need to contribute to preserving this light. And how do we do that? Renewing every day our commitment to take on this covenant and to be part of this special friendship that we have. So what is exactly the objective of this covenant? Why people is chosen in a covenant to do what? What do we have to do? What do we need to do? I mean, what is it all about? Why do we need to keep on this light? And why we need to, preserve it and cultivate it, and to do what? The answer is to make this earth, this world, more godly. Godliness is the answer. We need to manifest Zion on earth. So it turned out that the whole purpose and the whole objective of the entire Bible and of the history of the people of Israel, the nations, the tribes, the kings, the prophets, and the Old Testament, the New Testament, the whole purpose of it is to manifest Zion on earth, to bring down heaven on earth. When many read the Bible, interpreting that we need to die in order to go to heaven, I as Rastafari read the Bible, say we need to learn how to live in order to bring down heaven on earth. Because Zion must be manifested right here and now. And how do we do that? With our hopefulness, manifesting our light, working on ourselves in order to get rid of the darkness so that the light can finally manifest. What is darkness? Is the absence of light. And it takes only one spark of light to dissolve ages and ages of darkness. When you enter a room which is dark and you switch the light on, what happens? The room, it gets immediately, suddenly filled with light, and consequently, immediately and suddenly, darkness disappears. So the light of our soul, it is exactly the same. It can take just a little spark of our luminous soul to dispel years and years of darkness. And that is relative to our personal stories, but is also relative to the world story, to the society, to the nations, to the continents, to geopolitics, and to everything. That's why I God does not come floating in the sky. I God does not come on a cloud, but he come as a king, as an emperor. Why? Because kingship is the ultimate objective of God. The kingship, the kingdom. Since the beginning of creation and since before creation, the ultimate purpose of the divine plan was kingship, the kingdom of the Almighty. Why? Why the kingdom should be the ultimate objective? In fact, we might think about a kingdom, about a king as a something, very earthly, something very, very mundane, something very, very connected to politics and to economy and to laws and to. So somebody could say there is nothing divine about a kingdom. In fact, kingdom can lead to corruption. We have seen many kings and noble people getting corrupted in the past. We see it in the present. We see that the kings of the earth are those that provoke wars. So what is divine about kingship? The answer is that kingship is the state, is the condition in which we can affect a larger number of people. Every king has the capacity of affecting many people, because there is no king without people, right? So every king must have people, otherwise it's not a king. So a king has the capacity of affecting either in the good or in the bad a larger number of people. So kingship is the ultimate objective of divine plan, because through kingship, through a kingdom, God can affect positively vast masses of people, large numbers of people. And so we have the example of His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie I, direct descendant of King David. He that is the Messiah, in his second coming, returned in order to fulfill the divine plan. How? Through kingship, establishing a kingdom that will last forever, everlasting kingdom. Why is that? So that this planet Earth could finally take off for its ultimate transformation. Transformation to what? From what? Transformation from its previous darkness unto His everlasting light. So His Imperial Majesty is in fact the one that takes this world from a condition of darkness to a condition of light. And it is not a coincidence, beloved family, that His Imperial Majesty is the only Ethiopian emperor to be crowned with the title of Light of the World. Light of the World is the title of Iesous Christus, Jesus Christ. We find it directly in the Bible referred to Iesous Christus. There was no other Ethiopian emperor before him to be titled with such a definition, such an appellative, that is Light of the World. So once again, the word light come back in our reasoning. And light, we said, that is cure. Light is health. Light is well-being. So His Imperial Majesty is the Messiah, right? So what has to do the Messiah with light? The job, the role, the work the mission of the Messiah is to teach the world how to live in a new way. Many of us coming out of a Christian or Catholic upcoming education, we might tend to think about the Messiah as only a spiritual guide, some kind of guru that will teach us how to pray, will teach us how to connect ourselves spiritually. But in truth, according to the whole Bible, and surely the Old Testament speaks extensively about it, Mashiach, Messiah, Messiah, is not only a spiritual master, but is in fact a ruler, is a king. He will be the higher king, so that with his capacity he will be able to affect a very large number of people. So how will he affect the people? Bringing a new method of living, of ruling, of administrating political runnings. So really the way of the Messiah will be surprising. He will be very much ahead of his time. He will be somebody that people will have kind of a difficulties in understanding what he's really talking about. He's like he's coming from the future. He's telling us to do certain things that we don't even grasp. But people will trust him. And those that will trust him, that they will go towards healing, towards the cure. So basically, in other words, the job of Messiah is to cure this world, bringing a new light. This new light will be exactly what we are talking about. A new system. So when we talk of system, we often think about Babylon system, right? Also Bob Marley made the songs. We all talk about Babylon system. Well, what is Babylon system? Babylon system is not only one people or two people, is not only one nation. It is exactly as a mechanism, it's a system which is against God's system. Right. So Messiah will take to the world a new way, a new pathway, a new approach to everything, to economy, to education, to family, to diplomacy. Everything will be renewed in this new way of Messiah, including war, including conflict. Yeah, there will be new way, but everything will go around human being. Yeah, that's why we know very well that His Majesty is the one that has been speaking of human rights decades before people have started to talk about human rights in the West. Yeah, so His Majesty was the one that created words like collective security, international morality. Yeah, so he was the forerunner of this new system of living for mankind. And it's not a coincidence that during his rule, His Majesty, during his kingdom, where did he go to talk? To who did he speak? To the League of Nations and to other major organizations that had the power to affect the life and the living of many, many citizens of the world. So this is to say that His Majesty, as the Messiah in His second coming, He came to fulfill this kingship, elevating the human being from the state of suffering. In fact, we see that everything that His Majesty did during His time here on this earth, it was to alleviate mankind's sufferings, yeah, to alleviate the problems, the afflictions of mankind. That was through medicine, that was through education, that was through economy, through many, many different ways. But the objective was always the same. So we could say this was a cure. Yeah? The objective of His Majesty was and still is to cure mankind from these afflictions and to re-establish an inner original balance of health, of luminous health. So, following his example, I and I as Rastafari people, we have in front of us a blueprint of what to do. We are the reminder to the nations of this holy, sacred covenant between man and God. Yeah? And what we need to do is to make sure that we are good example unto the nations of this godliness. How? Through devotion, through thanksgiving, through good actions, through benevolence, through compassion, through charity and charitable actions. Yeah? All these qualities that are holy. So I and I, as custodians of this holy covenant, that's what we need to do, humbly, yeah, without inflating our heads and thinking that we are special. We are not special. We're just chosen in order to do a job here on this earth. And this is exactly why this world was created for. The world was not created just for God to manifest his omnipotent capacities. I mean, we knew that he was omnipotent, he's God, so he can do whatever he wants. So the world, creating the world, is not a show-off of his supernatural powers. Creating the world, it means to give an opportunity to mankind to heal the world. That's why this world is not perfect. And it's not meant to be perfect. Because it's mankind that has been given the job to perfect this world, to make it better, to make it more divine, more godly, yeah, a better place, so that mankind can really live according to his birthright. Which is mankind's birthright? Happiness. Happiness is a state of health. Happiness is something that can come after that you cure yourself after of darkness. Happiness is something that we reach when we let our inner light shine. So I don't want to go off my time. I don't know how much time I've spoken, but I imagine that I did. I was sure of that. Yeah, I'm always the one. Yes, well, in conclusion, as a final thought, we need to encourage each other. We need to encourage each other, to motivate each other in order to bring down heaven on earth and to manifest this Zion everywhere we go. Yeah? So it is a reminder to I and I people that we should be a reminder to the nations. Yeah? And let not out the nation. Let's not leave out the nations. Yeah, let's not think in terms of Rasta and Babylon or Rasta and the nations. Let's overcome this, because we need the nations and the nations need we. So let's not live in a polarization. You know, it's not we against the nations. We both need each other. Yeah, because at the end of the day, in this present moment, is not Rasta shaping the destiny of the world, but is the nations in this moment which are historically shaping the destiny of the world. So we need to influence the nations with positive attitude and luminous attitude so that they will take better choices and better decisions for the destiny of mankind. Haile Selassie I. Give thanks for the time, give thanks for the opportunity to speak, give thanks for the gathering of the souls, and I and I be enlightened by the supreme light of this world, Kadamawi Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie.